All right, welcome back. Today we're going to talk some more about percent. Surprise, surprise. We're going to look at some actual real-world uses of percent. In particular, we're going to talk about tax, tip, and commission in today's video. We'll talk about interest tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Tomorrow is Fix-It Day in Imogen's house, and her dad is looking for his drill. Unfortunately, Imogen's dad seems to have forgotten that he broke his drill helping Imogen with her last art project. Imogen decides to surprise her dad and buy him a brand new drill. The old one was pretty worn out anyway. At the hardware store, she picks up a drill and looks at the price tag. $48. Not bad. Imogen has $50, so she goes to pay for the drill. But she's forgotten about the 5% sales tax. Does Imogen have enough money to buy the drill, or will her dad's Fix-It Day have to be canceled? In this lesson, you'll learn how to use percents to solve problems like this one.
Okay. So, go ahead and hit pause. Add this to your table of contents. All right, and today we're going to use some percents on some real-world problems. So they will affect your life. They already do affect your life, even if you're not aware of it. So tax, tip, commission, and interest are 4 uses that we're going to talk about between today's lesson and the next lesson. Helps with adulting. For every single problem that we do today, we're going to focus on finding the part. Just the part. And how we're going to find the part is we're going to take the percent as a decimal, because you can't multiply by a percent, and we're going to multiply it by the original amount. And then go ahead and copy that down. All right, so we're going to start with sales tax. So sales tax is how different governments make money, and they use that money to pay for things that we all need and use, like roads and fire stations and schools and libraries and stuff like that. But when we pay tax, does it make it more expensive or does it make it cheaper? Hopefully you already know, like the problem in the video with Imogen and the drill, is that it usually makes things more expensive. Or it always makes things more expensive. No usually about it. All right, go ahead and pause and copy this down. We're going to take the item price plus the part, the original times the percent, and that's going to give us our total cost. All right. So bar models can help you kind of visualize the situation. So it says Marcus buys a varsity jacket from a clothing store in Anaheim. The price of the jacket is $80, so here's our $80, plus an 8% sales tax. So when we go to find the total cost, we're going to have to pay for the jacket plus the 8%. So it's going to make it a little bit more expensive. Okay, so we start by finding the part. So we're going to take that original amount times the percent as a decimal. So remember, we got a hidden decimal right here. We move it twice. We fill in with 0. So we're going to multiply by 0.08. And that's going to give us 6.4. You also want to make sure you're doing whatever the problem asked you to do. Sometimes they might say, find just the tax. And if so, we would make it look like money. And we'd say, okay, the tax is $6.40. But in this case, it wants us to find the total cost. So we need to take the $80 jacket plus the $6.40. And we give a grand total of $86.40 when you hit the register. All right, let's do some in our notes. So 8% tax on $35. So again, sometimes they ask just for the tax, sometimes they ask for the total. So we're going to find both. All right, so either way, we take the original amount, we multiply by the percent as a decimal, boom, boom. That would be 0.08. We go to our handy dandy calculator. We make it happen and we get 2.8. All right, but that does not look like money, does it? So if it just asked, hey, what's the tax on that? It'd be $2.80. If we want to know the total, okay, so that's the tax. If we want to know the total, we would need to take the original amount, 35, plus the $2.80 in tax, and we would get a grand total of $37.80, and that's the total. So we're going to kind of like show our work that way. All right, let's do one more. A lot of times tax are, funky numbers like this, but the process is still the same. So $13.98, we're going to multiply it by this as a decimal. So again, we're going to move the decimal twice. So that's going to be 0.079. We go to the calculator and it's going to give us 1.104 and some other stuff. But remember, we need 3 decimal places to round with. We're going to round to the nearest cent, which is right there. We look next door, 4 or less, let it rest. So that means our tax on this item is going to be $1.10. Show that it goes there. To find the total, we're going to add our $13.98 plus $1.10, like that. You can use a calculator, totally fine. And that's going to give us $15.08, which is going to be our grand total. All right, go ahead and get out that piece of scratch paper and give this problem a try. We'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, commission percents are also useful there. So commission is like a little bonus that you get for selling things. So salespeople get commission. Not all salespeople, but some salespeople. If you've ever been in a store before and you get up to the register and they're like, "Who helped you today? Who helped you today?" Chances are those people are working on a commission. So a lot of times car salesmen, big electronics stores, jewelry stores, things like that. Usually where things are expensive, they work on commission because they want their people to sell more, so they get to keep a tiny bit of what they sell as like motivation to help them sell. So go ahead and pause and write this down. And again, we're just going to find the part like we've been doing. So we're going to take the price times the percent as a decimal, and that's going to give us our commission, our bonus for selling. So salesperson at Best Buy earns a 2% commission on the TVs that he sells. What would he earn by selling a $400 TV? Excuse me. So we're going to take that price of the TV, multiplying it by this 2% as a decimal. So I move my decimal twice. So I'm going to multiply by 0.02. And then that is going to give us 8. So he is going to earn $8. You notice we're not adding it back onto the $400 TV because Best Buy is not going to give this guy $408 for selling a $400 TV. That would be crazy. But they will let him keep $8 of it. So if he works for 4 hours that day at $10 an hour, what would his total pay be for his shift? So you might see a problem like this though. So 4 hours times $10 an hour. So he's going to get $40 just for going to work. And then plus he's going to get $8 for selling that TV. And so at the end of the day, on his time card, he's going to be owed $48. Let's try some together. A 3% commission on $150. So we're going to take our original. We're going to multiply it by our percent as a decimal. So move the decimal twice. And that is going to give us 4.5. But again, that doesn't look like money, and we're talking money here. So we're going to add that 0 and that $sign on. Let's try another. 2.5% commission on a $5,500 sale plus $800 in salary. So you might see one like this where you have to add in what they make. So salary is what you get paid for going to work outside of your commission. So I want to see, what is he getting commission on? Is he getting commission on a salary or commission on this? So he's getting commission on this, his sale. So we're going to take this $5,500, times it by this as a decimal. So we're going to move the decimal twice. That's 0.025, like that. We go to the calculator, and that is going to give us 137.5. So that's his commission. But again, he gets $800 for going to work for the week. So 800, and we're going to kind of break this down because it's our notes. That's his salary. Oops, salary. There you go. Plus the 137.5, but we'll make it look like money. That's his commission. We'll just abbreviate that. And we get a grand total on his paycheck of, or her, $937.50. That's the total pay. That one wasn't too bad. All right, go ahead and pause and give that one a try. All right, guys, and I think that's a really good place to stop right there. Go ahead and, actually do the 2 problems I asked you to do. That's not really asking too much, I don't think. And let me know if you have any questions, and show up tomorrow well rested, and don't forget that calculator. All right, see you in class. Bye.